Yay. All right. So yeah, sister. So good. And thanks for being down to reschedule and reschedule again. So I appreciate that. But I
Maybe.
guess you have a bit of flexibility because you work for yourself too, right? So it's like
Exactly.
yeah.
That's
So that,
why.
that I love that. So yeah. So no, I really like when what you were explaining, like in terms of what you do, in terms of working with different people, helping with sites. I feel there's a need, but I wanted to kind of understand like for you challenges that you
Mhm,
might be facing, and then also just
mhm.
to I think I kind of explained the OFC. I can't even remember if I went into detail,
Yeah, I did. You did.
but I feel it could be of value or could be of you joining the community could be of interest to you as well. So I want to talk to
Mhm.
you about both of those things, how we could help you, and then I could let you know about you becoming a member and what that means to us as a
Mhm.
community.
All right, that's good. Yeah, I went for Sokol. I've heard about that before, but yeah, Caroline also spoke to me about that as well. So
Oh
as I
yes.
explained, yeah, she spoke about it.
Mhm. Yeah, so go ahead. So
So
your challenges. So things within your organization or your business, like
uh-huh.
challenges that you may be facing and areas that you could use some support with.
Support. I would say, well, of course, we are always welcome to having new clients, of course. But beside that, I will say, because there's some services that I don't do, such as I don't do website. I build pages. So by example, I have a client who has a Caribbean festival in Magog, city of Magog, and so we did this page for him. But he was like, "Oh, can you change the homepage?" But I'm like, I did for him as volunteering, but I said this is not my cup of tea because when you do website, you have to be able to provide the support, and I don't have like the infrastructure for that. So
Yeah.
I'm looking exactly. I'm looking for other people that are in the same area as me, where I can refer my clients to trusted people. Trusted, I would say, because I trust someone. Yes, last week, and it was a nightmare to because
Mm,
I actually the page I wanted to delegate that because I want to be more as a manager. I
yeah.
manage projects. So there was a guy in Africa that I wanted to give him a chance to have the contract and he didn't deliver that much. So I waste my time. I waste a week. But I
Mm.
still believe in good connections. So I'm like, okay, you know what? It's okay. We keep it very friendly. Okay, thank you very much, but we won't work together. So if I can have trusted people. So this is why, yeah,
Well
mention
then,
that.
sister, this is yeah, you're totally in the right space then. Okay, because that's basically the what I explain to people like when they join the OFC community is the first I tell people the OFC is not for everybody. Okay, it's for people
Mm-hmm.
who get it, right? It's for people who
Mm-hmm.
understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
there's a level of accountability and a level of transparency
Mm-hmm.
that we expect from the members.
Absolutely.
Obviously, a level of honesty and a level of professionalism as well. And the
Yes.
reason for that is because, like, when we look to invest in a business or support an organization, first of all, it's not because you're black. That's like for us, it's like it's beyond race. Like it's like, and I'll be very transparent. It's just because in my experience, um, like we have seen a lot of success working with the black community as well as working outside of the black community.
Absolutely.
I, and I've also at the same time experienced a lot of negative things that came from the black community as well. So it made me understand that it's not about race. It's about your ethics. It's about your professionalism. It's about what you do. So per impulse, but I
Mm-hmm.
am very clear to explain to people that we are a united community, all races, all nationalities. But when I say
Mm-hmm.
that we have an initiative to empower the Black community, that means like we have
Mm-hmm.
programs that are exclusive for Black youth or exclusive for Black women, exclusive for Black men, because we need to create these kind of safe spaces for the Black community. So we're here to help and serve the Black community, but we are a united community of all races, all nationalities, people who understand the value of working together. Okay, so just to explain that little nuance.
Nice.
The other thing that's important is to understand like what we are not. Um, because and I'm happy to be able to explain this because it took us years to understand what we are not, right? Like because when we started, on voulait aider tout le monde, like we're like, yo, let's help everybody, let's try to bring
Yeah.
everybody into the mix. But for us to genuinely build something solid for a future generation, we have to build with builders. We have to
Mm-hmm.
have people who are members who understand that we have means, we have money, and we're intentionally spending money with each other to help each other grow. And then with
Yes.
that success, we help people in need. But we don't want to be a community of people in need, because that's
And
you don't want to hand that
I
off
do
to the next
understand what you
generation,
mean. Yeah,
right? Like,
exactly. No
so
needy people.
that's it, like not, it's like you could come to the OSC for anything. You need help, you could come. You're looking for work, you could come. And depending on your profile, depending on what you need, we're going to redirect you to one of our partners. We'll point you in the right direction. But to invite you to become a member of the community is because you have, like, you understand. You're here. You like basically you understand what we're doing and why we're doing it,
Yeah.
right? So it's a little
And
bit. And mm,
we
go ahead.
receive, but also we give also, right?
But that's what it is. Like, that's the whole purpose. Like, but because for me, it's like my joy comes from being able to help a business to scale, and that business could create a job, could hire a youth, could mentor
Mm-hmm.
somebody. That's why we do what we do. So it's like how can I help you expand? How can I help you grow so that you can empower? Because using the same example, we have invested in different Black businesses that didn't care to put back into the community, didn't care to create a
Mm-hmm.
job for our youth. So we're like, we have to make sure people understand why we're helping them. It's like we're here to help because we want, and it's not even that we're expecting the people we help to come back and directly help us, but we want you to understand that you're here to help the community. You're here to create an opportunity for the community. That's why you join this whole ecosystem that we have set up. So that's it. So when I was hearing you speak, I was like, yes, okay, cool. That's it. Like, anyways, like I tell you, like we invite people to join the community if it's something that they see a value in, but it's not for
Mm-hmm.
everybody, and that's just because we have certain expectations as a community. All right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, I'm all in this time mindset. I would say I always have been someone like that. It's very funny because during COVID, I was helping the Asian mama, Les Mommy. She
Mm-hmm.
wanted to build a restaurant for a long time. She had this dream. So I literally helped her like every 2 weeks I would go at her place and helping her make sales because she was cooking, her son was delivering and I was there helping her. Like I'm very someone who's like I want to see my community grow. Of course, as you said, sometimes working with Black people is not that easy also,
Yeah.
with all that. But we go beyond that.
Mhm.
I think it's just we have to of course we cannot collaborate with everybody, but when you find a true Black person that is really like dedicated to the community, wanting to help, this is the best thing that could happen. Like I have
Mhm.
good connections with Caroline. I have good connections with Gemma. We started working together. Like I love to work in my community. I do understand that not everybody is on the same mindset, but when we click, it's really we're doing something very powerful.
Mhm.
And I'm super happy to see what's happening with Ibrahim Traore, all of this like oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm like now, as I
Mhm.
think it's I forgot who said that, but they said the next revolution would be televised, if I télévisé.
Yes.
Like, so this is
Right.
what I'm like, yeah. So this is really where I am. I'm very rooting for Africa, Caribbean. So let's go.
Okay, so then you're all right. So then you'll feel very at home here because my accountant is the ambassador for Burkina Faso here in Canada. So he's my
Oh,
direct connect. So I know what's going. So he messages me like
wow.
right now I'm waiting to get an unofficial letter from
Uh-huh.
them for the OFC to create a campaign to raise some capital to support them in what they're doing. All right. So then the
Absolutely.
OFC would become recognized as one of their, like Canadian arms or Canadian help.
Mm,
So I'm really excited about those kind of opportunities, like it's something, but yeah, just like you, like for us, it is really to build for the continent, build for the Caribbean, and build for us here, right?
absolutely.
We have a lot of big dreams right now. We're at a point where we're saying, for us, we want to balance getting government funding, grants, and different things like that, as well as being able to depend on our membership to sustain our
Hmm.
core funding. And
Absolutely.
so we're doing the math and we're expanding, but some of the things that we're looking at is getting a building. We want to establish a land mass as well. Like we're looking at like 100 acres to be able to really build a community from the ground up.
Hmm.
So these are some of the initiatives, and then we have what we launched our community bank. So,
Hmm. Oh,
and
nice.
I didn't really get to talk too much about the community bank project, so I'll just explain it quickly. Or did I?
Hmm.
Did I tell you about it? No, I didn't.
No,
I
I
didn't tell
don't
you.
think so. No, you didn't.
Okay. So when you join the OFC, you're going to get a membership card. Your membership card is actually a debit card. So, and then what it allows you to do, and right now we're in the piloting phase of it. Like, so we have members integrating and stuff like that. So what it allows you to do is transfer money onto your OFC card, and then you could spend money within the community. When you spend money with the card in the community, you get a cash back. So it's basically, it gives
Oh,
you like an incentive to spend within the community.
mm.
And
Oh,
the
that's nice.
OFC, we get a kickback as well. So the more people that spend money, the OFC gets supported, you get a cash back for supporting the business, and the business gets a client, you know? So for us, it's a win-win. So even you as an entrepreneur, we would set you up as like you would get a card so you could go support, but then also you'd become
Mm-hmm.
one of our vendors. So then we would say, okay, we have another member in the community that we could go spend money at
Mm-hmm.
using our cards. Now,
Okay, that's
and
nice. I like that.
and for you to it's a fun thing. We launched it in November. So far so good. We put about 200 cards into circulation, and we're testing to see like what's the like how long is it taking them to activate the card. Right now we're trying to create different little incentives to motivate the members to
Mm-hmm.
activate the cards, because like anything, like all right, you get your card, it's like all right, cool, I have it, I'll get to it, you know. But we need members using it, you know. Like we need
Yeah.
to see like what's the challenges, what's the pain points, you know. So but anyway, so
Yeah.
it's natural. And I'm actually looking for some funding right now just to help us with
Mm-hmm.
that, just to help us with the marketing and to
Mm-hmm.
create different social campaigns to get the members to really buy into the concept. You know,
Okay.
but that's just one of the things. And then we have our healing retreat and campground. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like an hour and a half out of well, about an hour out of Montreal, and that's a
Mm-hmm.
space for members as well. So if ever you just yourself, you want to unplug, you want to go to the retreat, that you can do. If you want to host an event, let's say you want to do a workshop, you could use the retreat. You could organize a workshop using the grounds, or if you want to host an
Mm-hmm.
event, you could do that as well. So it's a
Is it your
space.
own place or is the place
Yeah.
is
So
not, is it
so
mm-hmm.
I'll explain. So basically, so my wife and I, we own the grounds, and then
Oh,
we
you
we
own it.
gave the
Nice.
yeah, and then we did a 20-year
Congratulations.
lease to the OFC. So the 20, so the basically, so the OFC runs the grounds. We
Mm-hmm.
have a greenhouse on there. We have like a little dry beach, camping. We have a tiny house, and a
Oh,
cottage.
wow.
You know, so that's and that was a project. The renovations and everything of that came through the members. We had raised about
Mm-hmm.
$40,000 from the membership, and we
Wow.
used that money to build what we have now, or to do the renovations and stuff what we have there. So you know, so these are
Amazing.
and the thing is, like, because of the type of membership that we have, like we have members who are committed, we have members who are down. So when we launch these type of initiatives, it's not hard for us to raise money. Like it is just a matter of being, because again, like my goal is be honest, be transparent, let people know this
Mm-hmm.
is what we're doing. Like the project took about 4 or 5 years, and there's a couple of
Mm-hmm.
times where I had to have meetings. I was like, okay, guys, I have no idea what we're gonna do next. I'm like, I I don't
You're
pretend,
honest.
like 100%. I'm like, I keep, and people appreciate that because I don't try to pretend like I
Mm-hmm.
have all the answers. I don't, like, I'm like, hey, do
Mm-hmm.
you have an idea? Because I'm open. Like, let's brainstorm.
Exactly.
Like let's make it happen. But one thing
Yep.
people could rely on is my dedication to what we're doing, and wanting
Mm-hmm.
to, really
Absolutely.
wanting to bring us to that next level. So,
Mm-hmm.
and again, like for me, there was a time where I kind of lost a little bit of hope, for lack of a better term, because of the
Mm-hmm.
fact that like the community started to grow, and that was cool, but then it started to grow and lose the core essence of the community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's when I had to slow down. Kind of, I was like, you know what? If I don't take the time to make sure that the members who joined the OFC are
Mm-hmm.
committed to building this community, we're not going to have anything for the future. Like, and that's my main
Absolutely.
goal. My goal is, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not even like it's a crazy out of this world goal. I just want that when youth need something, they know they could call the OFC and connect with
Mm-hmm.
and get the help they need.
Absolutely.
You're looking for a job, you're looking for a mentor, you're looking for a stage, that there's reliable people in this community that you could deal with. It's not
Mm-hmm.
that complicated, but to
Yeah,
do
it's
that,
not that complicated.
but but to do that, it really took
Mm-hmm.
it's a labor of love. It takes like people understanding why we're doing, and just it's a lot of repetition or
Mm-hmm.
whatever be the case. But that's us.
Mm-hmm.
So now,
All right.
so coming back to where you are, like, so for example, if you need like a person that you could refer to, like, let's say, just to help you and to get the contract to do the thing, we have two web designers. There's one main one
Mm-hmm.
I would connect you with, a brother named Frank.
Mm-hmm.
And when we make these one-on-one direct connections, the thing with us is after we make the connection, we actually follow up with you to see how was the
Mm-hmm.
connection, how did it work, what came from it, did it work out, and we actually ask you to give a review. because that's what
Okay.
creates the accountability as
I like
members,
that. Yeah, that's
right?
super cool.
That's because then it's like, all right, because then it's like just put your best foot forward, like that's it. So now you could, and vice versa. We're gonna ask the person that connected with you, like, okay, like how was the experience? How was working with Sonia? And you review them as well, right? So
Okay.
this is just how it works within the community. To become a member, you're a business owner, so there's a one-time $20 initial contribution and that's for the
Hmm.
setup of your profile. You get your membership
Hmm.
card, you get a membership pin, and stuff like that. Then it's either 250 for the year as a member,
Hmm.
or
Okay.
you do 75 per quarter. So every 3 months you do $75, right? And
Okay.
that's
That's
how we
good.
operate as a,
It's very affordable. Yeah, it's
that was
good.
the
It's
goal
good.
too. Yeah. It wasn't
Yeah.
because like, and we have different tiers, like, but that's for us. It was important to be able to do that.
Hmm.
But just to explain, like the other tiers, like we have a tier for families, for individuals.
Hmm.
That's 200 for the year or $20 a month. And then we have one that's for partners. So that's when you become an affiliate of the OFC. That's 500 for the year. But now the difference with affiliates is that we actively sell your product, right? So now
Hmm.
when we actively sell your product, it's like basically if you tell me I'm looking for this type of client, anybody that comes to
Hmm.
the OFC, you are first to get that referral.
Okay,
We could
good.
even go on campaigns where we could actually directly target our members and say, "Hey, Sonia is doing this thing. Are you interested in this?" And we directly sell. When we do that, we also
Hmm.
get a referral commission when you make sales. So
Okay.
there's an incentive for us. There's an incentive for the team to be able to push. Um,
Nice.
and yeah, and then we have what we call diamond members. Those are people who want to bridge with our network in Ontario as well. All right. And then
Okay.
all right, so that's what it is there. Something else. Are you married or do you have children?
No, I don't have
No.
children. I don't have no, I'm not married, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, we have a singles event coming up. Actually, if you're
Uh,
interested.
I'm I already actually I already did that once. I don't mind. It's just I love natural thing, but it's also I understand that, because it's very funny because I was looking at a video and as an entrepreneur, I'm working from home and they were saying like, hey, single people, you have to go out. If you're staying home, like you'll never find someone like, okay. But yeah, so I don't mind participating in this kind of project as well, meeting new people. That would be nice.
Good. But and let me tell you, because for us, like for the sister who's hosting is a sister named Alvina, and it's an all day thing because it's actually she's framing it more like a conference than a singles matchmaking thing. So it's where
Okay.
there's workshops in terms of how to love yourself, how to build yourself, and different things like that. But it's just there's
Hmm.
like you're playing the different ateliers, so to speak. But again, the point
Okay.
is it's bringing together people who are single, but not. It's just to network, just to meet each other, and just to be in that space, right? So it's not necessarily like sit down and do matchmaking. It's something done on a different scale altogether.
Hmm.
So that's why
All right.
I'm supporting what she's doing because I like that concept. Like not everybody wants to just come in do matchmaking, but to go through
Nice.
workshops, learn something about yourself, learn different things. I might even be a panelist. I don't know. She said she's gonna let me know if she needs me. I was like, cool, cool, cool. I'm here when you need. But the reason I was asking you that is because all our memberships are family memberships. So when anybody who joins, even if you join as a business, if you're like you have a spouse, if you have children, they all become members of the
Mhm.
community. And so for us, it's
Okay, good.
important because yes, we're here to empower you as a business, but we are a community first. So I do care about what's going on with your spouse. I care what's going on with your children. I like
Family.
so that's again, that's just what makes us a little bit different than some of these organizations that we are really only la pour la famille. We're really here to build a
Hmm.
community for real,
Yeah,
right?
family is
And
important.
you can't say you're a part of a community and we don't know each other. Like you can't say you're a part of a
Hmm.
community and we don't say hey when we see each other in the road. Like that's a
Hmm.
community is we take the time to build a certain relationship with each
Yeah.
other. A community is like when you see my children, you're like, oh, there's Pharaoh's there, like, and they know you too. You're like, oh, Auntie Sonia, what's up?
Hmm.
Like that's the
Hmm.
type of community we're looking to
Absolutely.
build.
Like a little
Like
village, right? In the big
exactly.
city.
Exactly. That's really matter of fact. That's actually I'm gonna write that down because it's like we
Yeah, a
are
little village in
creating.
a big city.
That's
I
really
give
what it
you
is.
100% ownership of it.
Yeah, I love that.
Don't
So
forget
yes,
me if you get rich with
yo,
that.
Queen, you are part of this village. I will be. You won't be forgotten. In a big city. That's because that's really what it is. It is
Exactly.
creating that type of concept, that kind of feel, that kind of vibe. So that's really what we're aiming to do here. So
Mhm.
um,
Absolutely.
and I think one of the other strengths that we have is the fact that when usually when you connect with a business network, it's like you're connecting with other entrepreneurs, so it's a lot of B2B.
Mm-hmm.
In our
Mm-hmm.
case, because of our structure, if you're looking for
Mm-hmm.
clientele, we have clients here too. We have like
Mm-hmm.
so it's different than just business to business networking. We could actually help you to sell your products, help you with your
Mm-hmm.
business because we have the individuals who join. They join because they like the sense of community and they want to support businesses in the community. But it's just
Mm-hmm.
that in the past, they've spent money with businesses, supported businesses, and the experience was bad, the service was bad.
Mm-hmm.
So they come to the
Mm-hmm.
OFC because they're like, you know what? If I could support a business and feel good about it and know that that business is going to give me a good service, is going to,
Mm-hmm.
give me that customer service. I can't say we offer a guarantee because we can never guarantee what a business is
Of
going to do.
course, yeah.
But
No.
like I said, we do the follow ups. Like we do want to check and see how things go so that it does
Mm-hmm.
create that sense of accountability. So
Okay,
that's
that's good.
so that's kind of us in a nutshell. So for the OFC, are you interested in becoming a member? Is it something that you would see yourself
Absolutely.
in?
Actually, not only yes, this is something I was waiting for a long time ago. But I never knew like where I could find where I could find that because as I told
Yeah.
you, I'm very someone community. I remember I participated in few like economic forum about like black and everything. They would have proposal, but they never do anything about it. But I'm super happy to see that very there's something, there's result. And I also want to be able to involve because this is funny because my company, we helping people building communities as well. So anything related to social media, helping you like as I said, I'm helping my client there. He has a Caribbean event
Mhm.
happening in this summer. So we trying to help him reach the community. So this is very something to put out our culture, everything we have to do. So I was waiting for something like that, and I'm part of few communities. Like I'm part of Caroline's community, but
Mhm.
something like that, I haven't seen it and I wanted to have it specifically because I want to like not move to Africa now because it's
Mhm.
business, but I want to be
Right.
able to, if I will go to Africa, then I know some people over there. If I go to, I don't know, Ontario. So I guess you're kind of a
Oh,
little
big
bit
time. Oh, so shit. Then you're definitely in the right place. Cause I'll
um
give you it's crazy, but like you could tell me like if we have a member, it was very random, but we had a member who moved to New Brunswick. And
mm-hmm,
we actually had a member in New Brunswick that we were able to introduce them. Like it's weird, but it's like because also I think it's
mm-hmm,
also because we have a little we're spiritual in a sense as well, and we have real
absolutely.
so we do trust that life is also going to take care. We have a desire to do things, and life usually does help to match. So
Mm-hmm,
definitely, we have members in Ghana, we have members in Tanzania, we have members in Nigeria. Now we have some contacts in Burkina Faso as well. And then different parts of the United States, different parts of Canada, different parts of the Caribbean. So yeah, so when it
mm-hmm,
is time and you're ready and you want to make these connections, right now, one of our members just asked if we could organize a trip to Ghana, a collective trip to Ghana.
mm-hmm. That would be
So,
very
and just
nice.
so you know how it works with us. So let's say we, like in this particular case, the next thing we're going to do is launch a message out to the community and see, are there other people who are interested in going to Ghana? Then we'll have an information session just to kind of brainstorm as a community. So, okay, well, who's interested? Who wants to do what? Okay, cool. What are your expectations? Now, from there, it's like, are there people here who actually want to build a committee to help to
Mm-hmm.
lead this? And then we put together the committee, and then and so it's member led. We just, as the OFC, we just support it. So if they need resources, they need a space to meet, they need help coordinating a Zoom call, whatever, we help
Mm-hmm.
that, but we put the members together to initiate whatever they want to get done. So if going on a group trip to Ghana is something you're interested in, I'll add you to the list too. But it's something that
Mm-hmm.
we're looking we're,
Absolutely.
we're looking to do for next year. So that's definitely something that we could collaborate on as well. If ever, I'll note that here too. I'll say plus Ghana info.
Yes, absolutely. So I have quick questions. Like, do you have
Yes.
like how does it work? Do you have a platform? Like, how do I know what's happening in the
Great
community? Do you have a
question.
platform, website?
Great
How it's
question. Okay, so when you join, so first thing we do, we create a profile for you in the directory. Okay, so that's so
Mhm,
you have a directory that has your profile. When we make connections for you, it's also there.
mhm,
Like we send an email that I'll send you. You'll get the links from the other person. They'll get your link, and you guys could connect that way.
mhm,
We'd
mhm,
add you into our community WhatsApp group. Right now, we actually have We're down to about 130 members in
Mm-hmm.
the WhatsApp group. We used to have about 220 members, but then I kind of flushed a lot of members, just to be honest. Like I was like, they
Mm-hmm.
weren't engaging. Some people were just spamming the group. I was like, you don't get it. So now we're about 130 members. That's where you really get the
Okay.
pulse of what's going on, where it's like members are asking for things, sharing things, playing shows, key spouse. That happens there. We're now in the process actually of switching to Discord. So, are you familiar with Discord?
I know Discord, but I haven't used it before, but I'm
That's
open
it.
to.
Yeah, it's kind of new for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of, to be honest, we want to do something a little avant-garde. Just we're like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
We actually Discord seems like the future.
Yeah.
Let's let's go ahead. There's not a lot of
Mm-hmm.
groups on there, especially from our community. So let's start
Mm-hmm.
migrating our members. And some people are just tired of WhatsApp. Some people are like, they don't check the WhatsApp messages. It's kind of losing its impact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But just so you know, when you join the WhatsApp, we actually have like 8 subgroups. We have a homeschooling group,
Mm-hmm.
we have entertainers group, we have
Mm-hmm.
the real estate group, we have a spiritual connection group. So these are
Wow.
where like if you have different interests, you could actually join some of the subgroups and stuff as well. So that's why when speaking to one of the members and he was telling me about Discord, he's like WhatsApp. He's like your WhatsApp group is just like Discord, but you could do a lot more on Discord. So I was like, all right, you know what?
Exactly.
Oh, I see. So that's one space. The other space we have is our Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
So with the Facebook group, that's another space. We have about 2,800 members in there. There's not as much activity as I would like to see in the Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's more activity in the WhatsApp. I would prefer to see more activity in the Facebook just because it's just
Mm-hmm.
like it's just easier. But most people
Mm-hmm.
do share a lot within the WhatsApp. But we do have the Facebook group as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're currently now working. We used to have an office space that used to serve as a member hub as well, where the members would come and they could just come hang out. They could come when they need stuff. It was like a little space. Now we're looking for a new space. So we have our eyes on a space in NDG, blah, blah, blah. So, and then that would be
Mm-hmm.
another physical space that, when we host our meetings, our gatherings and stuff like that, we'd have a
Mm-hmm.
space where the members will come to. But if not,
Okay.
then we just do them virtually. We
Mm-hmm.
do one virtual group call a month, and that is a
Okay.
touch base
Nice.
for members to be able to connect, introduce what they're doing, talk about their businesses and organizations and different things like that. And then based on your level of engagement. So if you really want to be engaged, then every 2 weeks we would connect you with a member. So every 2 weeks we're emailing
Mm-hmm.
you a new contact, right? But not everybody wants to be that
Nice.
engaged. But if it is something you're
Mm-hmm.
interested in, you let me know, and then we every 2 weeks we connect you with a new person. Um,
Okay.
for the affiliates, we have something that's exclusive for the affiliates. It's called the Power Circle. They meet every
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks. The Power Circle meets every 2 weeks, and that we group them by industry. So,
Okay.
right. So then, and that's a way where they could empower each other. Okay. So, that is, and it's just a model that we use to really support the businesses who want to be really active and who are looking to connect with other people within their same industry so that they could share clients.
That's good. Oh my God. You have a very we see that you really think about your project, very nice structure. It's super, super cool.
Thank you.
Discord, it's very avant-garde, as you said. Maybe I think it's the youngies who are gonna use that because I don't know. Well,
Well, you see, because and I'm glad you said that because we have member services, right? So, and that's something else a lot of orgs don't have, where we actually, when
Mhm,
you call, you could connect with a person or they could get back to you or whatever be the case, who's there to hold your hand basically and help you through things.
mhm,
And I put that into place because of my bad experiences coming into community, to be honest. Like when I first got
mhm,
into community, I was trying to get
mhm,
help. I was trying to go to places and it's like no one's getting back to me. And I'm like, this sucks. I'm like, this is how we're community. I'm like,
mhm,
there's no customer service. There's no. So I said, you know what? When I get the OFC going, I want to have member services. I want to have a dedicated team who are there just to help.
mhm.
So we do know. Actually, we just had the meeting yesterday. So we're going to have an onboarding. One of our members is going to be specifically there to onboard members. And then we're going to do
Okay,
weekly
good.
information sessions to help people to, we're thinking about this whole thing because we're like, it's like almost like a culture change for people. So to not lose people in the woods as we're
Mhm.
going through this change, we kind of have to hold people's hands and bring them into the process. So that's what we're planning there.
Absolutely. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
My other question, not to challenge you, just like
Yeah,
when I use it.
please. I love
I was
this.
kidding. Uh-huh. The retreat, I love that. The project. Okay. So what I can the other thing I can talk about, I have two projects in mind that maybe you can tell me how we can implement that in one full circle.
Hmm.
So the first thing, it's very funny because I have a nonprofit and we want to build like a I don't know yet if I'm going to do it under my YouTube channel, my personal one, but I
Hmm.
found a video 2 years ago, if I'm not wrong. It was a guy, he did a social experiment. He wanted to buy black for 1 week to see how it's going to unfold. And he found that a little bit challenging. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to do the test in Montreal and trying to like buy black for a week, right? But for some stuff, well, it's gonna be
That's
it's gonna be
cool.
tough, huh?
Yeah, but well, no, actually, it will depends on what you need because, like I
Yeah,
said, especially
exactly.
connecting with me, like yeah, yeah, like I have a lot of
Hmm.
members, so it's really like you tell me
Hmm.
what you're looking for, but
Yeah,
like,
exactly what I
yeah, yeah,
need.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
I'll tell
and then
you.
we work together. But I love that project, and then you document the whole thing as you're doing it.
Exactly. Yeah, the guy was like, even he had to take like ta black owned taxi services, going to shopping in black grocery. Hopefully I have two black groceries around me. But yeah,
Oh,
literally
good.
just using that. Even his phone, he stopped using it because it's not black owned, right? So
Oh,
he had to find like a black owned phone. Yeah, it was very nice. So I'm like,
wow. I like that concept. I
yeah,
like
exactly
that
to
concept a
see.
lot.
Exactly to see how is it like, and what it told him that the result of the experiment, it tells him that it's kind of it's a bit of a struggle to find black community, black owned businesses, but he was able to discover new one as well. So it was the
Okay.
very positive thing of it. So I'm like, oh, I want to do the try in Montreal. Like, let's go to first promote these brands and also to see like, okay, guys, like if you want to do it, it's a bit hard. So maybe we need more people in like transport, like kind of because
Sister, I
there's
love this idea.
yeah,
I
hair
love it. I
stuff, we
love
got
it.
no problem. Yeah, hair and
Okay.
product, we had no problem. But when it used to like when it comes to car and stuff like that, we're like,
Exactly. Oh my gosh. This and does it let's say because even as you just say car, because I have a member who is a car dealer, but in Quebec I have a person who's a car broker. He's not a car dealer, he's a car broker. So
Oh,
he is
okay.
it's not exactly it. But I have a member in Ontario who's a car dealer, right?
Mhm.
So anyway, but just to say we have the links. So I could definitely I like that
All
concept a
right.
lot. I
Yeah,
like it
when
a
I'm
lot. So
gonna do
then
it,
yeah,
absolutely. I'm probably
we
going to
definitely
do
want to
it.
get involved.
All right, yeah, we're probably gonna do it in the summer, and I will be like, okay, Faro, I'm gonna ask him like, okay, I got these referrals from Faro, and I will probably have other referrals from other people. I'm like, okay, I'm starting the week, but so yeah, I will document everything, see how hard it is, what did I discover, and just to make people understand that. First, there is Black-owned businesses, but some area we might not be well served. So if you're thinking about doing a business, go there because there is a need for it. So,
I love that, sister. I love that. I love that. Okay, so definitely a project that we could work with you on.
all right.
100%.
Yeah. And just the second project that we have, it's because this is for nonprofit. Right now, my company is more in French, but I'm switching in English because I find there's a big clientele that I could go there also. But as we start with French, I'm gonna keep it in French. But
Hmm.
we doing what we call a kermesse tech. It's called like it's called like that. It's really like I would say a little trade show, but we make it fun. So we
Hmm.
introduce my nonprofit is Vimage Academy. So we put technology and service of the society. So we help people understand technology, how to protect themselves also, because we have like courses for elders on how to be careful about the fraud and stuff like that. But not only that, we also how we can use, by example, ChatGPT to help you, I don't know, like plan your day, even help you. Right now, this summer, I plan my vacation with ChatGPT and it's so nice. I'm
That's
telling you, it's so
awesome.
fun. It's super awesome. I discovered a new spot in Canada and Quebec that I didn't know because we wanted to go to San Francisco. Trump go crazy out there, so we decided to stay in Quebec.
Get back, yes, makes sense.
Yeah. But exactly.
Ah,
So
so
the time.
so I love it. So and just to make sure I understand, so
Mhm.
you're helping not just well elders and people to navigate basically using social
Mhm.
media, using the chat. Okay,
Exactly.
perfect. I like
Exactly.
that.
So we have different courses of like introduction to social media, how to shop safely online, like how to recognize fraud website. We did a workshop about that in the elders really loved the training, but we wanted to do an event like a kermesse. Kermesse in French is like there's little games, you have like raffles, you have little ticket that you play games. So we wanted to make that fun. So we have a quiz about social media, technology, AI, like general public questions. And it's like a little competition, but just to have fun. And
That's
the
it.
person who and participate the most, they receive a prize where they have like this little gadget tech cassette, like we have chargers and stuff like that. And it's happening on September 27th.
Okay, so September 27th, and you have your venue and stuff already.
Absolutely. Yeah, I
Released
visited
today.
the venue yesterday. So it just if
Nice.
when it's happening, I will just send the information if we could spread it in the community if people are
Sister,
interested. So back to
of
school.
course. What are you talking about? And the thing is, like one of the things that we do, I forgot, is that we have our radio show and podcast, right? So,
Oh,
any,
okay,
yeah,
nice.
I totally forgot. Sorry. You see, it's like that's
No,
we
it's
have a lot of
okay.
stuff.
So many,
But
uh-huh.
yeah, but it's specifically for that. So when members have something they want to create awareness about, then you come on the show,
All right.
we interview you, we promote it, we share it within the network so people know, we
Okay.
have this thing coming up. So that's definitely something we
All
could
right.
do. And then we have our newsletter and
All
stuff
right.
like that that we plug it into.
Oh, okay, perfect. That's pretty much the two things that I had. And then also me, if you have any projects, I will be able to involve in. What I do, another thing where I can help also is I don't know if you do it yet, but we have Facebook ad. I create Facebook ad. I create videos like with avatar, or I can film, or I can create with 2D animation also. So whenever you need to promote maybe a project or something, I might give a little help with that.
Yo, sister, no, I first of all, I'm looking forward to connecting you with Frank, because
Okay, yeah.
yeah, no, because I just sent Frank a script that I wrote up because I was like, I would like to be able to animate this, but Frank is really busy too,
Mm,
so that's why it's like, so can you guys could probably support each other, like, yeah, I
yes,
definitely look forward to connecting you guys. I think that would be a really, really good connection, but
yes.
I definitely because I'm trying to get an idea of what it would cost to create an animated version of this ad that I just wrote up. So that's something I'll
All
send you
right.
the ad to, and you could
Mhm.
let me know. Hold on, send ad.
All right. Sorry.
Good. So okay, so let me tell you the next steps now. So if you're down to join, I create your profile, send you the link. Now you have an
Okay.
option if you want to pay annually or quarterly, like I said.
Hmm.
You would tell me, I set it in your profile. You
Hmm.
would log in. You could either, if you're going to pay for the year, you have the option to just do it by email transfer. If you prefer to
Hmm.
pay quarterly, then you do it through the platform because then you'd set up your preferred
Hmm.
payment option. Like you could pay by
Hmm.
credit card, but you just set that up directly through your platform. So then,
Hmm.
and then the platform manages that for us, so it's a lot easier. Or you could pay for the year.
Hmm.
And then once the payment is in, then we send you the values form to complete the values form. Member
Hmm.
services is going to follow up. Either you and I will have another one-on-one, or I'd connect you with member services. And then member
Hmm.
services would be the ones to just walk you through, set up your profile with you, get you plugged in, so you understand what's going on, and then you're
Hmm.
integrated into the community. And then we just start. You tell me like what's the first thing you want to start working on, what you need help with, and we go from there.
All right, that's good. Yeah, I will probably go with probably the quarter
Yep.
month plan. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And maybe
So,
next year switch to annually. So
mhm.
yeah, you can send me this information. You
Okay.
mentioned the $20. I don't mind. I
Yeah.
can also send the $20. This is
Yeah.
not a big
Exactly.
deal.
It would be on. So the first bill would be 95, basically.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
And if you're okay, so what I could do is when I get in this evening, I could process it.
Mhm.
If you're okay, I could process it for today, or you tell me when you want to make the payment, and then I'll set the date for then.
Yeah, exactly. I have usually I try to set my payments to when clients pay me because I
Yeah.
don't have like a I don't
Yeah.
have
I
like
know.
a 2 weeks check. So probably somewhere around this Friday. If not, maybe Monday, but this is the latest that I will manage everything. But yeah, on Friday I will probably be able, even maybe if I'm not wrong, if the clients pay, but I have two payment that should comes in. I
Okay,
should be able even to pay them annually, but let's keep it for quarterly, and then I'll
we go
proceed to
from
the
there.
payment, and yeah, exactly.
Queen, this is awesome. So then I think we are set. I'm going to send it for Monday. When I get in, I'll send it, but you'll be able to make the contribution by Monday. That's no stress. And if anything else before that, then
Exactly.
we're good to go.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
perfect.
Queen, I'm glad we connected. Oh shit, I'm
Me
talking all loud in space.
too.
Okay, good. Sorry.
Whoops.
Okay.
We'll
I got all
take
excited. I know I got excited. Okay, good. All right. So then I'll let you run. We will talk later on and see at what I'll get back
Okay.
to you, but I'm going to send you the information. We'll take it from there.
All right. Okay, Sparrow, it was nice to meet you, and I
Right.
can't wait to contribute in the community.
Perfect, Queen. Talk to you soon.
Okay,
Okay.
talk to you soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.